Can you hear me now? That is embarrassing, because I've been providing like great commentary for the whole length of this adventure and talking to myself. Huh. Oh, better. Oh man, that is embarrassing. And I thought I was doing great on the commentary this time. Was it like completely mute, or was it just... I hope the recording at least what did I... So how are you doing in sword? Picture... What did... Squire told me about a portrait of a picture in... Okay. I just... I really hope the recording picked up on, I was completely mute. Oh no. That sucks. Where is Sir Bith's room? I don't know what happened. Why it just... Oh well. Am I gonna have to tell my Minecraft story again? Because I don't think... I talked about I'm doing yard work today. Here we go. No, that's a... I talked about I'm doing yard work today, getting food again. Then I talked about my my time as a staff member of a Minecraft server. No, it's about that. Oh, I think it's in here. And I told this long and riveting story, and it was great. I swear that even if you didn't hear it, it was really great content. I just want to say, a small portrait in here which you take. Well, I am just going to upload the recording as it turns out, because the show must go on. But thank you for telling me. Okay, she would love to hear the Minecraft story. So, I was a moderator for a Minecraft server. It was a classic server, and it was a zombie survival thing. I think it was based on a game mode of on some other game. It was called Infected, modded thing or whatever. But the premise was that you were a zombie or a human. Rounds, depending on the map, people would make custom maps and they would submit them, and they're either accepted or rejected. We had some really good maps. Depending on the map, the round might have been 8, 10, or 12 minutes long. And at the beginning, there was a zombie chosen. And the zombie would run into humans to infect them, collision box, hitbox, whatever. And the zombies would try to infect all the humans before the time ran out, and the humans would try to survive the round without getting infected. Some people, of course, wanted to be zombies, so they would intentionally run into the zombie at the beginning of the round. They would stick around the spawn, because when people joined mid-round, they were automatically zombies. But I was the very last person handpicked actually for the role of trusted, which was a non-staff role, but it was you had to be trusted typically before you could be an operator, which operator was the lowest staff role. I was the last person ever handpicked for trusted. I didn't apply. They just gave it to me. And that was fun. But I took it really seriously. Like I really, really took my role seriously, I need to say. I focused heavily on moderating and making sure people were playing fairly, not breaking any of the rules, respecting each other, integrity, right? And so I got up pretty high in the hierarchy on the basis of that. The structure operator lowest staff role, the highest role community-wide, it was a community with more than one server. There was more than just the zombie one. But so there were head administrators. They were considered global staff, and they had all privileges in every server, and they could, moderate in every server. And you'll need a little bit of mining experience to be able to find it. Yeah, I know. There we go. But I made it up to the second role, the second highest role within the server. The highest role was a head controller, later called director. I was a controller, so just below the head controllers of the server. Oh, I didn't get shrimp. And I really had a lot of fun there. Maybe, yeah, I should come back with shrimp. I kind of stopped playing the game entirely and just focused on staffing, so that's how I rose through the ranks. And the community is actually still going. I'm in the Discord server for it, but it's not especially active. It kind of died due to strife, internal conflict, and as it was known, drama. There was lots of fighting. It had a pretty bad reputation among Minecraft communities as a whole. It was cliquey. If you weren't in, then you were shunned, you were shut out. It's still going today. It's just obviously Classic doesn't exist anymore, and when the Classic server shut down, also that was big time impact on the community. But it was fun. I later, when it did move to just entirely premium servers, I climbed the ranks again in another server. I was controller a second time, and this second server was TNT. So you would fight with TNT blocks, and you'd have these mines, and you'd be able to shoot pistols and lasers and stuff like that. And on the Classic, the zombie server, because I don't really know how to program. I know what a for loop is. I know if then. I know what that is, but I can't compile code and do anything. So on the Classic server, the zombie one, I was just strictly concerned with moderation and dictating to the lower staff and seeing that promotions and demotions were done, and just day-to-day operations rather than doing anything mechanical. But I did get into like command blocks and stuff, so very light programming with the premium, the TNT server. I made some maps, and I did some I helped orchestrate a tournament, and it was a good adventure. I'm not sure where I'm really going with this. I already told the story. I told it better the first time. But yeah, it was a good experience. I felt very appreciated. I felt important. And yeah. So more a monologue than an actual story. There's no plot to it. But one thing I wanted to say about it, when My Little Pony started, becoming this big meme thing, there were bronies and anti-bronies within the community. And the big head honcho guy, he, because there was so much conflict around this My Little Pony stuff, and it was just stupid. So the head honcho, the big, lead administrator of the whole community, he put out this, essay. He posted this essay to the forums. Paraphrasing, I am he said, I am a 33-year-old or whatever man. I was just woken up. It's 4 or 5 a.m. and I have to post this huge rant on My Little Pony. And he was absolutely livid. It went on forever and ever. I can't remember. I hope somebody somewhere saved it, because it was glorious. But he just went on and on about My Little Pony and people fighting about My Little Pony. And he's like, this is a kid show. It should not create this much conflict within within a Minecraft community. I was just woken up at 5 a.m. over this TV show. He was so angry. I can't remember any exact phrases he used, but it was, oh, I'm gonna die. It was glorious. I was scared of him, because I was 14 years old when I was involved with this community. He was intimidating, this head honcho guy. Some people got on his oh dear. Some people got on his good side, and they're friendly with him, but he was scary to me. So when he posts this huge rant, I was so glad that I wasn't actually involved with the brony stuff, because if that was directed at me, I would have been mortified. He was scary to 14-year-old me. Now I would just laugh at him, because hey, you're not more important than I am. He got ousted, thrown out of the community for some pretty bad stuff. I don't know exactly the details. But, yeah, I was scared of him. So again, that's not really a story, but that's just how it happened. I think you can only do bronze on this rusted anvil. You need a bronze part, yes. So, otherwise, what did I talk about before I realized, or before Gaia informed me? Anime. anime. Gaia and I finished Cowboy Bebop, and I thought it was a good story. I thought it was good. That's my analysis. That's my in-depth. I liked it because every episode was its own sort of individual story, and you don't really have to follow the overarching everything about it to appreciate an episode. Everything is self-contained, and every episode tells a story. So I like that about it. Of course, there is, character arcs and other stuff. It does have like a long-term arc or story to it. But yeah, it was good. We are now watching Samurai. We're still watching Ranma, but we're watching Samurai Champlain, not Champlain, Champloo. Champlain was the guy who founded Quebec. Samuel de Champlain, I think. Pretty far removed from the samurais. But it's good. Just getting started on it. I think we finished episode 4 last night. Samurais are cool. I like sword fights. I guess the main character, like the protagonist, he's a bit of a jerk. Not a very good guy, but more of an anti-hero, which can be fun. It's good. Otherwise, I mentioned that I want to start collecting trading cards, particularly One Piece trading cards. I like collecting things. I wouldn't be doing it with, speculation in mind and trying to make money, because that's gambling, and over time it's actually, like, there's no way you're going to make money off of buying trading cards, unless you're just buying the, individual packs or boxes and scalping those without opening them. But I'm not going to do that. I would actually be getting into it for the purpose of collecting and, enjoying the cards. And, maybe getting some rare ones, but just, keeping them. Not maybe selling them, but I wouldn't be doing it with the intention of making profit. I'd be doing it for my own enjoyment, and, as people collect stamps or coins, that's how I would be doing it. Because I do have a soft spot for One Piece. I really enjoyed, when I was like 15, 16, getting into that. And it's nostalgic. It's fun. I caught up because I was watching like 5 or 10 episodes a day, which you have to do if you want to catch up to One Piece at this point. But I caught up to it, and I didn't want to wait a week between episodes, so I kind of fell out of watching. And but also at the time that I stopped watching, the animation quality had just dropped to like nothing. It was very bad, and so much fan service, and it was just not a good show at that point. I'm sure the manga was better, but yeah, I didn't enjoy it anymore. And I know the newer episodes, like, the animation has gotten better, and they actually put a lot of a lot of work into improving the quality of the experience. But, you know, I'm more than like 200 episodes behind at this point. I would have to rewatch the whole series to, you know, make sure, because it's been 10 years. Like, I've forgotten things, and I don't want to make that kind of commitment. I don't have time to sit down and watch 1100, 1200 episodes of One Piece, but I am excited because I have it on good authority. It's like being officially announced. They are making a new series. They're starting the anime over. Well, they're not abandoning the one that's currently going on, but it's going to have less filler. The new edition that they're doing. It's probably going to be better quality animation than the at least the start and middle of the first series. They're doing One Piece again, and I might actually follow that. I'm excited. It's not going to release anytime, you know, within the next year or so, but yeah, the things are in the works, and I look forward to it. Thank you so much, Gaia, for telling me that the audio was not picking up. Yeah, yeah, there is so much filler in the original, and this one, oh, it also follows the manga a little better, apparently. That's good. Yeah, I would love to watch that with you. I just, as far as collecting cards goes, I don't know, it's expensive. That's the only thing. I love collecting things, but it's expensive. But yeah, I'm watching One Piece. I would love to watch that with you when it comes out. I've just been running around doing nothing for the past 10 minutes, telling my story over and over again, or over again. But back on track, the quest, the Knight's Sword, things and stuff, fishing, food. Fishing is now 12. I am flustered. Well, for anyone who stuck with the show for those first 30-45 minutes of absolute blank, mute, dead, nothing, you are a champion. Thank you. I will make sure that does not happen again in future recordings. I don't know why it didn't just default to my my webcam microphone. Yeah, I am flustered. But the show goes on. I also mentioned, well, it was muted. I bought a year's membership, so this account will it will be there in premium status for a long time to come. It was a little bit more expensive than I thought it would be, but still a decent deal, and you know, it's one-time expense, or well, one-time expense for the year, and yeah, don't have to worry about it. So that's good. After the Knight's Sword, I was thinking about doing Into the Abyss, I think it's called, just to get started on some rune crafting sort of prerequisites, as rune crafting is good. Things are good. X is good. Axe the tax. Simple atomic fact statement. I think this should be sufficient for getting the food right. 7 shrimp, 15 hit points. I am so sorry, anyone who's followed. Yeah, that's not going to happen again. But moving forward, we can make the best of it. Maybe someone had music on and they were just, like smoking weed, and they were just like, whoa. Maybe it was a good experience for someone, those death minutes. One part of that whole Minecraft story, Gaia, I recall my favorite moment basically in my whole moderation. I caught someone. He obviously we had rules against personal attacks. Don't insult people. Be respectful. And one guy, it was very clever. I don't know how I caught it, but he spammed, like he wrote ASDFGH whatever, and then in the middle of that he put a personal attack, like XU, naughty bad word, you, to someone. And I don't know how I caught it, but I saw what he did, and I warned him. There was a warning command. We had a warn kick ban system, WKKB. You'd get a warning first, then you'd get kicked, then you'd get kicked the second time, and then you'd get banned and have to appeal. So it was his first offense, so I just warned him. Where are the blue right oars? This way, I think. And I felt so proud that I caught that. It was the highlight of my moderation career. I don't think I would ever go back to moderating a server like that. Not because I didn't enjoy it. I don't like being the big bad authority anymore, at least. It's hard when you're in conflict with people. I prefer just to be on good terms. I'm not sure, I went the wrong way. I thought you're right. But yeah, the guy, I remember his name was Jakey something. Jakey with a bunch of numbers. And I told him, nice try, Jakey. Then my fellow operator, his name was Aw Yeah. He's like, oh ho ho ho. In all my many years here, that's the cleverest thing I've ever seen. Oh, hello. Oh, thank you. Let's just eat a shrimp. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't do it again. It's one thing, it's time consuming, and another thing, I rather just not take on any kind of authority like that. Well, I've never seen you before. I guess you're a members. That is a nice design. Oh dear. Please get away. I believe we need 2 do right. Bars. Oh no. I'll probably just home teleport to Lumbridge out of here because yeah, no, we can escape. Yeah, I think we need 2 blue right bars. I just skipped through that entire conversation with Durgo because normally I would read. Come on. Get out. Get away from me. Hobgoblin. Pirates, hobgoblins, and ice giants. Oh dear, I'm going the wrong way. This is an interesting mix of totally unrelated characters and stuff. There are even muggers in there, not even pirates, but muggers. Okay, yeah, I'll just teleport out. Lumbridge, here we come. Come on. Lumbridge. But yeah, I like collecting things. I have a jointly owned with my dad. We have a very large hockey card collection. We've gotten some good cards over the years. We don't really buy them too much anymore, but yeah, it's been fun over the years. And whenever you get like a nice rookie card, it feels really, really good. I also sort of want to get into collecting miniature figures for, I don't know, like anime, or I know there are a lot of actually like RuneScape items out there nowadays, like a Jad or something. Not that Gaia knows what Jad is. We're right. What? Oh. I guess he just needs the ore. Huh. 2 iron bars and some blue right ore. Okay. Okay, whatever. What else could I collect? Friends. I like collecting friends. Oh yeah, that's how I got into the monologue, the huge monologue about Minecraft and my adventures there. Gaia, you pinged me. You messaged me on Discord, and I'm like, yeah, I'm the only person I know who still says ping when that happens, when I message and it goes off, because I used to use IRC, Internet Relay Chat. That was how we used the that's how we moderated the zombie server on IRC. It was like hooked up to a channel, and moderators would get access to it, and yeah, that's how people got in touch with us if we needed to come online or whatever. So yeah, I'm an old dog. I say ping. Fight me. I don't know what else you would call it other than ping, actually. Like, that's... No other term is in my vocabulary for that little ding you get when someone messages you. I guess most people... And this is another thing. I always say PM, or I used to, as in private message. But at some point, it switched over, and people started saying DM, as in direct message. That's another... I guess maybe it was just the forum that I started out my internet career on. My first real internet community was a hockey forum, and the term, people always said PM. It wasn't until, like, I don't know, circa maybe at the earliest 2016 that I ever heard DM, because I joined that forum in 2009, so for like 5 years or so, I thought the standard term was PM. And I honestly prefer DM to PM because I don't know, it just looks better to me, DM. But it's hard to get out of that, informed by years and years of usage. It's hard to get out of saying PM. And I don't know, I don't even see PM anymore. It was just totally replaced by DM. And I'm not sure if that happened as I remember it, or when it happened, or like what. But, yeah, that's something that I've always been confused about. Because nobody else, as far as I know, I've never seen anyone else mention that, hey, it used to be PM. Can you make a replacement sword now? I have them right here. Get the blue-red ore and the iron bars to Virgo. Virgo makes you a sword. Thank you very much. Just remember to call in with more pie sometime. Yes, I will not do that, actually. I guess... Well, the speed... Since I have the materials here... No, I'm not going to get a second blue-red sword. I'll just drop it at some point. I don't know if it's considered bug abuse to get the second blue-red sword. I guess you don't know, Guy. You can drop the blue-red sword that he gives you and immediately talk to him and get him to make you a replacement if you have the materials. And I usually do that on my accounts that have access to a bank, just so I can have a blue-red sword, because you turn this one in and you lose it. I don't know if it's considered bug abuse if you do that, if you get the replacement sword and keep it. I imagine, because it's a known bug or feature that Jagex has just either they don't want to fix it, or they just haven't considered it worthwhile. But I'm not sure if it's technically considered bug abuse to keep the second sword. Obviously, I don't want to chance it on stream, just totally exposing myself for breaking the rules, because Jagex, obviously, they are unforgiving, as everyone knows. I've never had too much problem with them, but it's yeah, I don't really want to spend $130 on this account and then immediately get banned for violating the no glitches rule. But finally we are done. The Knight's Sword. Into the Abyss next. I don't know. Probably because I don't know what else to do. I have retrieved your sword for you. Thank you. I was seriously worried I'd have to own up to Sir Vivian. He gives the sword to the squire. And smithing experience. What level is it? 31 smithing. You can now make iron plate legs, iron plate skirts, and steel axes, and members can convert adamant to felling axes. I don't know what. I guess that was part of the woodcutting update that was pretty big a year or two ago. You can make steel axes. Okay. Well, that is good stuff done. Finally, that took longer, just like the Demon Slayer I did. That took longer than it should have, but oh well. Is there an anvil in Falador? Maybe in the mines? I know there are. Is there one at the Doric? Oh, there's obviously Doric has one. I don't want to lose out on these iron bars and whatever they can give me, but I also don't want to keep them in the inventory. Oh, and I should go back to Falador after I do this. I should sell these gems. You could also, get some fishing levels or something. I don't know. Questing is probably the way to go at this point. Not too bad, Doric. Oh, why am I talking to Doric? Well, it was nice to see you again, Doric. Yes, oh, iron full helm. Might as well make an iron full helm. And keep this. How much does that go for at the GE? Huh, that's a lot more than I would have expected it to cost at the GE. Who is buying bronze full helms, really? Oh, and this bluerite ore. Well, I can smelt it and get some experience. No reason not to. Eight smithing experience. Come on. Here we go. You can't sell that item, okay. Fine. Don't want to buy my junk. Did I get literally... Oh no, I got 10 coins for the sapphire. I thought it gave me nothing. Story time. Goblin book. In the beginning, all gods have big war. Each god find army to fight for him. Big High War God not have army. Big High War God go to the bearded short people and ask, will you fight in my army? But bearded short people say, no, we fight for God of shiny light. Then Big High War God go to demons and ask, will you fight in my army? But demons say, no, we fight for God of dark fire. Then Big High War God go to tall people with keen blades and say, will you fight in my army? But tall people with keen blades say, no, some of us fight for God of shiny light, and some of us fight for God of dark fire. But none of us fight for you. Big High War God very sad. He traveled east and west, north and south, across land looking for army to fight for him. Then goblins say, "We fight for you." At that time, goblins very weak, very small, soft skin, not like goblins today. But Big High War God say, "I will make you my army." So Big High War God train goblins, so they very strong. He give them good armor, so they not be harmed. He make them strong in spirit, so they not be afraid of battle. He give them commanders, so they know which way to go. He divide goblins into 12 tribes and send them into battle. 12 tribes, eh? Where have I read this before? Goblin armies fight very good. When other gods see this, they very jealous. So they say, "We want goblins to fight for us too." So Big High War God takes some tribes and sell them, one to God of shiny light and one to God of dark fire, and other tribes to other gods. But most still worship Big High War God who created them. The several commandments. How many pages does this go on for? You can read that. These are the commands of Big High War God. Obey all commands all time, or Big High War God kill you very bad. Always to slay enemies of Big High War God. Enemies must die. Not to run from battle. Cowards must die. Not to show mercy. Merciful must die. Not to doubt Big High War God. Doubters must die. Not to make own plans. Thinkers must die. The end of the war and the prophecy. The war of gods lasts many lifetimes. Battle is glorious, and many heroes live and die. Then all gods leave their armies behind. But goblins still soldiers, still fight. Goblins fight against tall people with clean blades. But tall people build cities with walls. They not want to fight. They not true soldiers like goblins. But now goblins not have to eat, and have no commanders to tell them who to fight. So goblin tribes fight one another. At last all goblin tribes have big battle on plain of mud. Battle lasts many days, and many goblins die. Battle is glorious. But goblin corpses cover the ground, and it looks like all die. Then Hope Spear of the Narogushan tribe have vision of Big High War God. In night, while soldiers rest, he called leaders of all tribes together to give them message. This is the word of Big High War God. Battle is indeed glorious, and goblins are soldiers, but if there is too much battle, all goblins die. No more must goblin fight against goblin, or tribe against tribe. Goblins must find other enemies to fight, but not fight each other. And this is the word of Big High War God. Today I cannot lead you, but someday I will send a new commander to lead you. Under new commander, goblins will conquer all of Gielinor, every race and every god. And then Big High War God will return and sit on the throne of bronze and rule over all. War will end in victory, and victory will last forever. So leaders of tribes stop battle, and on plain of mud all tribes build temples to Big High War God and offer sacrifices. Interesting. I support the goblins in their, I support the goblins. I think they've been mistreated, basically, by, every noob who's ever, come across the fields of Gielinor. I think they're oppressed, and that they deserve better. I really like Goblin Diplomacy as a quest. I've said before, and that book, Bible, religious text that we just read, that's part of it. The dialogue in RuneScape is just really funny. I think I said this in the first episode, actually. The dialogue is just really funny. And Goblin Diplomacy is a funny quest. I say they're oppressed as I attack the goblin. Have to use these mind runes up. Okay, we are going to do Into the Abyss. That's what our current task is. Is the monk near Edgeville, I think Edgeville. Huh. Yeah, probably Edgeville. I've never actually done Into the Abyss, because I am a noob when it comes to members. The spade, I forgot to get the spade. Well, not that I forgot entirely, I've been trying to get a spade. Leather gloves. Might as well. There we go. Now our hands will not be cold. Is this a Slayer Master? I think so. No, an Emblem Creator. Is there a spade in this shop? Whoa. No spade. Where do you get spades? Okay, this skeleton can die. I will safe spot it. Oh. It's retreating. Oh, there we go. It is coming back. More air runes. This is what I need with my air staff. Yes, enter the wilderness. Why would I not enter a very dangerous place? So where is this monk? Come on. Oh, I should turn auto retaliate back on. Oh, okay. Oh, there he is. Hello, Nature Samurai, if you want. Oh my god. Oh, we leveled up defense. I don't know if I correctly... I don't know if I triggered... Yeah, let's go around you. Oh no. I'm gonna get hit again. Okay. Well, we will just hope that I correctly triggered the next step in that quest. I will go to Varrock, and we will see. Because I cannot get through the dialogue with the skeletons attacking me. Ah, a nice reprieve. I don't know why they would put all those skeletons right around the monk unless they don't want people doing the quest before they're a higher level. I mean, in the case that talking to the guy being interrupted by the skeletons. In the case that that didn't actually trigger the next part of the quest, it does not seem very good design to have those skeletons there. But we will see. Okay, you. Do you buy runes, or Aubrey would buy runes? And we're going near Aubrey anyway. They wish to free my bones from their flesh prison. Yes. I just hope I drink enough milk and have enough calcium for their taste. Oh. Hello? No. Oh, okay. Okay. That's okay. My immune system is the stuff of legends, so. Okay. Yeah. Well, I hope you're feeling better soon. Yes. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Bye. Oh, there is the mage. I guess it did trigger. Did good. My plans today have changed, but that's okay. Ah, you again. The wilderness is hardly the appropriate place for a conversation now, is it? What was it you wanted? I didn't really want anything. So why did you approach me? I was just wondering what you were doing. I was conducting business. What business? I sell runes. In the wilderness? Why? Well, I can't go doing it in the middle of the rock, can I? In case you hadn't noticed, I'm a servant of Zamrock. The Saradominists have made sure that people like me are not welcome in these parts. Where do you get your runes from? Well, we craft them, of course. We? My associates and I. Despite the best attempts of the Saradominists, there are still more of us around than they'd like. I can't imagine they like you crafting runes much. Do they not try and stop you? Ha! I'm sure they'd love to, but we have methods of rune crafting that they can only dream of. You care to share? Why would I? You're not a member of our institute. How do I know you won't just go around and share all of our secrets with the Saradominist fools and the Order of Wizards? Maybe I can make it worth your while. How? What will you have to offer? Or what is it you want? Until recently, our rune crafting secrets allowed us to produce runes at a far superior rate compared to being at the Order of Wizards, but something has changed. From what we can gather, we've somehow rediscovered how to access the lost rune essence mine. Ah, well, I know all about that. I was actually the one to help her do it. You did what? You helped the Order of Wizards? I did it so that I can steal all their secrets. You did? Perhaps I underestimated you. Alright, if you help us access the rune essence mine, we will share our rune crafting secrets with you in return. Deal. Great. Now all I need to do is the spell that will teleport me to the Rune Essence Mine. I don't actually know the spell. What? And how did you get there? Oh, well, the people who do know that spell just teleport me there directly. I see. That makes it slightly more complex, but no matter, it can still help us. How? I'll give you a shrine. Oh, if you teleport to the Rune Essence Mine from there, 3 different locations, the orb will absorb the energies of the spell and allow us to reverse engineer the magic behind it. Do you know 3 different people who can teleport you there? Maybe? Well, if not, I'm sure one of those who is in the Order of Wizards can tell you. Now here's the orb. Mage of Samurok hands you an orb. Okay. I should find a spade. There must be a spade somewhere in the rock. There's a pot. Oh, well, since I'm here. Since we are here, Aubrey, teleport me. I have completed an easy task in the rock area. I don't know why general stores don't sell spades. I thought they did. Maybe a spade around the palace. Probably not. I guess I'll try the general store here. Please. Swamp Lizard. Wow, someone's sure, that must be a bot. 17,836 little longbows unstringed. I am going to look up how to find a spade in the rock. Spade is a multifunctional tool used for a variety of activities. Item sources. Skeletal remains. Rarity always. Item spawns. Well, Draenor Manor. Valador. Farming Guild. Brock General Store, 2nd floor. Well, it's a good thing I just checked that wiki page. I didn't even know there was a 2nd floor here. Huh. The more you know. Since you won't sell it to me, I am just going to steal it. Okay. I guess we do need to go to Lumbridge area anyway, because we need to teleport with the guy in the wizard tower, Sarador, whatever his name is. So we can try to find this casket. clear up some inventory spaces, hopefully get another 1 in 1500 drop. Oh, this top field is probably the one. Except there's no arrow. Feels warmer than last time. Okay, it is in the cow field apparently. But where would it be precisely? Nothing interesting happens. Well, why is there... Okay, maybe I can isolate. Feels warmer than last time. The device is very hot. Okay, I do not understand why I need to... I will never... Which square is it? Lumbridge Northwest. Hot, cold, dinner, location, Southfield, North Lumbridge. Huh. Is there another oh, here we go. There is another Cowfield north of Lumbridge, apparently. Yes, this is where the gnome copters used to be, where I had fun glitching the game and bringing the gnome copter. That was a fun glitch. If anyone remembers it, it must have been circa 2000, I don't know, 2009. Were the gnome copters here? Oh, a new clue. I was hoping it would be blue. Always walking around the castle grounds and somehow knows everyone's... Okay, I know this guy. Hans. That is easy. We are right here. What happens if I... Strange device is inactive? Presumably I can just drop it. Yeah, I don't think there is any reason to carry that. Oh, well, I could high out it for 12 volt. And can we drop these? Probably we have waited the 30 minutes. Some more mind rooms, please. Yes. Donnie. Who's Donnie? I've never seen you before, Donnie. Let's sell all these. After this, Cerador. Please. Hans, what are you doing? I didn't know he could go that far. There we go. Jeez, Hans. Well done. You have obtained a casket. Oh, well that's not honestly very, well, I guess it's better than my bullhound for, like, magic and stuff. Should we keep the spade, since we had so much trouble finding one in the first place? I don't know. Into the abyss. This way. Alphabetical. What? Isn't it called Into the Abyss? Oh, Enter the Abyss. And it's a mini quest, not a quest. Okay, good, that logged, that registered. Now, and the third one is in Ardorn, I believe. After Sarador, the third teleport rune essence mine guy is in Ardorn, I think. East Ardorn. Oh, I'm still carrying the bronze. Let's just drop these. Might as well. Huh. That's pretty much an instant now. Sarador, my friend. Oh, it's Cedrador. I always get that wrong. Why am I... There we go. So, if we are going to have to traverse Ice Mountain again, it is probably prudent to get some shrimp. Last time was scary. Last time was really scary. I've been close to death quite a few times, actually, in this series, which I blame on my computer. But we haven't died. We are still hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. Huh. I like the drip. Zamorak robes. I need to pee. Let's wait to do that though, so these guys don't come at me. Early level fishing takes forever. Like, I feel like you get faster levels from 20 to 30 fishing than from 10 to 20 fishing. I feel like you do. Maybe there are better methods than shrimp and anchovies for early level fishing. Probably there are. Oh right, the bait. You can, if you bait fish after level 5, that's actually much better. If we just get some bait at Port Sarum. Because my mindset is still free to play mindset. And there's so much to know about the game of RuneScape. I don't think we can afford to bait fish right now though, because bait would cost money, as would a bait rod. And actually, while I am doing this, I should look up where exactly we are going. No. I'm actually just going to use the bathroom very quickly. I shall return. Hello. There should be enough shrimp. Let's see. Readings. This suggested you travel from Calgary and Brock. Is it Computine in East Ardon? Yes, East Ardon. Okay, I know where Ardon is. I am not that helpless. It is indeed over Ice Mountain. And that will be, well, 1.5 quests done today, because we did just do half of the Knight's Sword. But still, keeping with the intentions, the plan, the hopes, it will be good. It's more than one quest done today, and we still have over an hour, so maybe we can do Goblin Diplomacy or Romeo and Juliet. I mentioned, I'm not sure if it was, well, I was still muted. No, I had managed to fix the audio by that point. I mentioned Goblin Diplomacy, it's a funny quest. I guess Romeo and Juliet is funny too. Romeo, I've heard, as far as, sitcoms go, The Simpsons really, obviously it changed a lot. It influenced so much. But one thing it really shifted was, before The Simpsons, before Homer and Marge, the traditional dynamic in sitcoms, the the male in the dynamic, he was smart, capable, family man. He wasn't stupid. And obviously Marge, she's not exactly smart, she's a bit ditzy, but she's no Homer. And it shifted the entire landscape where, the difference between pre and post Simpsons sitcoms. The men are kind of stupid now. Like, I don't know. I heard that and one time explained to me, and it made a lot of sense. Oh dear, out of run energy. We'll still get through. I am confident. If these guys stop hitting me for threes. There we go, a 0. Oh no, 4. Yikes. Okay. That was, again, very close. But we came out and we did it. We traversed the terrible mountain. Oh, this guy has a rock golem. Cute. I want a pet. Not like a cat, but like, I don't know, a miniature, a baby queen black dragon. Or is it a king black dragon? No, it's Queen Calphite and King Black Dragon. I want a miniature King Black Dragon. And I know that's never going to happen. But that would be nice. I know, never say never. Believe. Believe in blue. I would kind of like to do some more agility, but I feel like pickpocketing might be better. No, agility is really, if you're making a new account and you like want it to be a really good account and you want to play efficiently, just do nothing else but get 85 agility, like right away, would be my uneducated opinion on how to progress an account. Agility really is like super beneficial. So probably that is the way to go. Interview this. Wizard Property. Northeast of the marketplace. Yeah, I can find that. Of course, pickpocketing is great money, and money is important. Money is, I've said before, money is, by definition, has value. And fortunately or not, as everyone knows, RuneScape currency has actual real-world value. My poor Venezuelan brothers and sisters, your pain is felt. There is Gaia a black market for RuneScape gold. In case you didn't know, it's actually quite a big thing, and it's gold farming is what it's called. People, sometimes, especially the Venezuelans, they don't use bots. But people make gold through botting or not in RuneScape, and they sell it online for real world dollars. And it is against the rules, and I don't support it necessarily, but I understand like why someone in a third world, economically depressed country suffering hyperinflation, I totally understand why someone would do that. It's supposed to be northeast of the marketplace. Northeast Argonne. This is east. Let's see. Okay, I see. I was not going east enough. But here we go. We are very, very close to finishing this quest. If this will stop bugging out. Teleport me property. Yes. Your scrying orb has absorbed enough teleportation information. What? Oh, come on. I do not want that. Drop. Still need to wait 4 minutes to teleport back to Lumbridge. Let's just kill this bear. Level 21. This is why early game Magic is so good. Like, this bear is way outclassing me in terms of combat level, but I just destroyed it. Off there, indeed. I shall take it. I shall take it both. Coal, iron. Explore our dome. Go on a little adventure. Is that... I don't know. We have 3 minutes, which obviously is eternity in internet time. What? What you in Brock? Where did... Huh. Just disappeared. Oh, it was a player, not an NPC. Oh, wait, no, it was an NPC. Yeah, there we go. Huh. I'm not sure if it's the same guy or what, but I thought there were only one... There's only one NPC with a given skill gate. The more you know. General store. Med. How much will you buy this for? 4 coins. Okay. 72 coins for an iron axe. Probably not worth it. That's an oak tree, yes. That's another, okay, that's a regular tree. We will do. Oh, I can cut down our trees. Huh, I didn't realize we had 15 we're cutting. That is good to know. Wait, but we shouldn't, because we only have 9 fire making. And I want... The reason I'm cutting these logs is to get fire making experience. Just a little bit of residual experience. I wish I had the rock teleports. Wish we could do that. Oh, this is a lucky. But if we continue gaming the system and getting mind runes from the magic tutor every 30 minutes, maybe eventually, soon enough, we will have enough magic levels to teleport to Brock. And if you try real hard, sometimes you get what you need. I actually saw the Rolling Stones in concert last July, and it was really good experience. It was great. I'm surprised at how well Mick's voice has held up. I thought he'd be gasping for air and wheezing and everything, but no, he put on a good show, as did everyone. They had a really good accompanying singer, like supporting singer, and she gave a wonderful rendition of Gimme Shelter. Like, she stole the show completely. I forget her name, but she's been touring with the Stones for a couple of years now, and it was really, she got like an ovation. Mick got her to come to the front of the stage and give a bow. it was really something. It was electric. You know, when I'm 70, 80 years old, God forbid, don't put that evil on me. I don't want to live that long, but I'll be able to say I saw the Rolling Stones in concert, which is pretty neat. Oh, yeah, okay. Of course, there were, like, I don't know, 6-year-olds there too, so they're going to be able to say it a lot later than me. Yeah, how many people in 50 years are going to be able to say they saw the Stones in concert? That's pretty neat. Oh, and anyway, we're off to Varrock. Enter the Abyss, pretty much complete. I guess Romeo and Juliet would be good to get done, because you get 5 quest points from that, which is significant in the early game. Significant at pretty much any point, yes. Most quests that I know of don't give quite that many quest points. I used to always go the long way around, traveling from Lumbridge to Varrock. I did not know about this sort of shortcut until very late in my RuneScaping career. We haven't gotten a whole lot of levels this today. Well, we got tons of smithing levels, of course. I'm not sure what items we made for Romeo and Juliet. I forget. On the phone a little bit ago was my ride to get food, and she is down and out with the flu, so that is not happening today now. It's okay, I won't starve. Cupboards are a little bit bare. I can go, I have money, I can go down to McDonald's or something and buy myself a burger if I need sustenance, but yeah, that's not going to happen today. She, it's usually her kids who get sick, and it happens quite a lot, actually, but this time it's her. Once again, the Zen Magical Institute has overcome the Order of Wizards. You have done well. Now time for us to uphold our end of the bargain. They misspelled bargain. The reason we are able to craft so many ruins is because we do not visit runic altars in the traditional way. Instead, we have found a way to teleport to them directly. How? Via another plane known as the Abyss. It's a complex place that cannot be easily explained, but I will share a research note with you so that you may better understand it. So can I use the Abyss? Yes, visit me in the wilderness whenever you wish to teleport it there. Just be careful, for it is a dangerous place. Still, I'm sure you'll agree that the risk is worth the reward. How is it dangerous? There are creatures there that will hunt and attack any visitor on site. The magic we use for teleporting there can also be very unstable. What do you mean? Just don't expect to be using any prayers in there. Anyway, you may also have this pouch as well. I'm sure you'll find it useful. Now we're done here. Huh, Major Examiner hands you a book and a pouch. Okay, I'd better be off. I'm not interested in any of that. 9 craft. No craft earth runes. Can we craft mind runes? That's what I want to know. Runes. Oh, mind runes is level 2. Okay. Yes, that means yes, we can. Okay, we have a pouch now. I didn't know we got that. Pistol book. So having finally gained access to strange commissioners with this. We found the area to be something enigma. Is any of this actually useful? I would read this if I were not streaming and recording. I know we read the Goblin book earlier. That was fun, but I don't think I'm going to touch that. I can look up the wiki later if I. But the pouch is appreciated. Like this is I didn't realize. I'm not sure we'll probably drop it later. It holds rune essence, right? I think that's what it does. Which is good, of course. Oh, yes. Instead of doing Romeo and Juliet or anything, I should make a signing singer. I know. Oh, right. We just teleported to Lumbridge. I guess we are walking back. We are walking again because I want to get some agility levels in Alcarid. I also want to kill some goblins. There's a goblin. Not in Lumbridge. Goblins in Lumbridge. So we can collect their bones. Who are you? Renee Rembold. Actually, forget about the goblins. We'll just head straight to the agility course. When I was a noob in my hardcore Iron Man account, I was killing cows here, and someone set up a cannon to kill the cows as well, and told me to get lost. Basically, it was funny. I forget what he said. He was creative in his language, and I was creative back, and he said, "You're all right." Or something to that effect. But he was quite vicious at the beginning. It's another memory I have. I don't know why I said that. It's not an interesting story when I don't remember exactly what was said. But you attract more bees with honey than with vinegar, I guess they say. That's the moral of the story. I said I was going to ignore the goblins, but I have changed course again. We're just going to have a relaxing end to the stream today, I think. Could have done Romeo and Juliet, but nah. Wonder if, no, we're not going to get to prayer level. Oh, another clue scroll. This one's easy. Not beginner, but easy. Oh, 20 coins. That's a lot in this day and age. Or today at this age of the account. What exactly is the conversion rate of RuneScape Gold to Canadian dollars right now? I don't know. Oh, here. The 20 gold is probably not even a penny. Pretty much, definitely, it's not even a penny. Those poor goblins. I know. I have oppressed them. Nothing against goblins, but I'm glad I'm human. It's not a good life being a goblin, but they do have a lot of gumption. They are a hardy people. Wouldn't you be prone to violence if you looked like that? And if you were treated in the way you are because of that? Like, I'm not saying, hey, they're justified in being warring people, but I'm just saying it makes sense that they are prone to warring as they are. Why did this turn red? Oh. We only have 2 laps to go until an agility level already. Oh, Mark of Grace. I guess I have pretty much passively decided to keep them. Oh, it turns red because there's a Mark of Grace on the track. I guess I have decided to passively keep the Marks of Grace and save up for a full graceful. And I guess like that's kind of not very intelligent, but I really want graceful. If you don't know Gaia, I'm sure you don't. Full graceful, there's a set of clothes, armaments, not armor, but it's like sort of light cloth clothes. You can they come in they're white, but you can dye them, and you can get them in black as well. And they help. I think they reduce your weight so that you can run for a longer amount of time. And I like how they look. It's like it's kind of a swag sort of drip, if I'm allowed to use that kind of slang. I don't know. It's just not particularly something that's going to be helpful, considering I don't have a tank and I need to carry it with me all the time or wear it all the time. When if I'm fighting a boss, I would probably prefer to have armor on or some kind of magic robes or range gear. So that's why I'm saying it's unintelligent of me to keep the Marks of Grace. You exchange Marks of Grace for the set of clothes, the full graceful. I guess we don't really need the inventory space right now, although it would be helpful. It's always helpful to have inventory space. If anyone saw how painful it was to get the 15 smithing without much inventory space, that's going to be all skilling until I clear space. Round and around and around we go. Where we stop? Or is it when we stop? I think it's when we stop. Because obviously if you're going around and around, reasonably you can deduce that you're going to stop somewhere in the circumference of the circle. So it's probably when we stop, nobody knows. That's probably the idiom. I am feeling the streamer's fatigue. We can stretch a little bit. Sip some water. I haven't had water all stream. That is good. C'est bon. If my French is good too. It's not. One time I told a French speaker, because I don't know the French word for bad or poor, I said, mon français est mal. Mal meaning, she told me, it sounds like you're saying your French is diseased. So now if I have to say anything in French to someone, not that I often do, I just say, je ne parle français. I think that's grammatical in French. I think that's how you say it. I don't speak French. Mon français est mal. I don't know if because in English, sick can mean ill, but it can also mean like dynamic or something like sick moves, right? I don't know if that's the case in French with mal. It wouldn't surprise me, but I'm gonna put on my resume, my English is sick. Because I am a pretty strong writer. My English is sick. That'll get the employers inspired to contact me. That'll really... Yeah, if I say that, I think they'll understand. It's just... She thought it was funny the way I said it to her. My French is diseased. I wonder... Let's get at least another agility level before stopping. But I wouldn't mind actually ending the stream on a little bit of net fishing. Getting 15 fishing for those anchovies. I'm disappointed. I thought anchovies healed for 5 hit points. Apparently they only heal for 1. I don't know. That sounds wrong to me. I don't think it should be that way. But still, anchovies are good experience. You get 10 experience for every shrimp caught, 30 for every anchovy. So, theoretically, hypothetically, it should help speed up the game to 20 fishing. At which point we can get some feathers and fly fish. Trout. Getting trout. Trout heals for 7, I think. So that will be a game changer. No more of this impoverished sort of shrimp. Oh, I have to throw out those prawns. I've had prawns in my freezer for like, and thank goodness that they are in the freezer and not anywhere else. Otherwise, they would be putrid right now. I have these prawns in my freezer, and they've been there for over a month. And I am not going to reheat them, fry them up. I do not trust them, even though they're frozen. I do not trust them at this point, so I will throw them out today. That reminds me. So since I'm not going out for food today, I'll probably do that yard work pretty soon after closing this, shutting down for the day. I don't think it's raining right now. It should be a good time. I mentioned, I don't know if it was while I was muted again, but I do want to get some gardening tools to help, because I'm the one responsible for taking care of the yard and the household. It would make the job easier. I was thinking a hoe. Haha, I said hoe. A garden weasel. I know garden weasels are more for like preparing soil for planting in and aerating and stuff like that. And I want it sort of for weeding and digging up roots, because we have part of the quote-unquote lawn or yard or a component of the work I'm doing. There's this like elevated, pretty large platform in our back area. I said back area, and I think it's it is being overtaken by weeds and grass, but I believe it's supposed to be a garden. I think the house was built in like the 70s, and I think the original owners wanted somewhere for like somewhere to plant, to grow, tomatoes, potatoes, whatever. But it has been like I said, overtaken. So I want a garden weasel to help dig up the roots of that grass and the roots of those weeds, and help me turn it back into dirt instead of foliage, so that the rest of the year it'll be easier to take care of. Spend a good 5 or 6 hours there digging it up one day, and then the rest of the season, the rest of the year is just simple. I'm all about the long term. Invest now for reaping later. Garden weasel, a hoe, and a weed puller, I think, which probably will cost me about $150 altogether. Here's a hardware store walking distance, like 10 minutes away at most, maybe 12 minutes because you have to cross the street a couple of times. It's there's an intersection, it's busy, you have to cross one way and then cross the other. But yeah, it's close by, so I can just walk over there and get it any time. So yeah, plans change, no food today. Might look into those One Piece cards. And I finished the Old Testament in the interim between the last episode and this one. So I've started the New Testament, still on the book of Matthew, which is the first one, but it's good, enriching. It's a bit of a slog in some ways, but also I am enjoying it. It's just like we're almost 6 months into the year. I started reading I started Genesis in like very late December, so I feel like I haven't made good progress, but anything is better than nothing. And hey, if I were speed reading, I would be missing a lot of content and context and not absorbing the material as well as I am. And I wouldn't be sitting with the stuff. It wouldn't be marinating in my mind. I'd just be in and out real quick. Brennan, there's a reference that I don't think anyone will ever get, but I use it sometimes. In and out real quick, Brennan. I guess I could explain it, but where's the fun in that? It's not like an inside joke between me and my friends. It's just really, really obscure, sort of, at this point, ancient media that was funny to a few people on like Reddit in 2012. In and out real quick, Brennan. I don't know if you Google it, maybe it'll come up. I don't know. It could just like not be on the internet any longer. That's what they call him. In and out real quick, Brennan. But yeah, like, I guess I'm proud that I'm reading, at least. Not that reading is inherently good. Like, I don't know, people seem to praise it as, like, very noble and good activity, and yeah, it does enrich you, but at the same time, a lot of people read stuff that kind of isn't going to do anything for you. Not that the Bible is contentless, like trash. It's deep and thought-provoking, but even then, like, I just feel like people praise it and say it's good just because that seems to be the common idea, and not because they actually think that. I guess if I'm, like, giving my own opinion, generally, yes, it is good to read. One thing it develops, I guess depending on what you're reading, at least fiction. Fiction helps us develop our empathic abilities. That's one thing it really does. And obviously empathy is a good thing to have. Another thing, if you're reading, like, something that is, I don't know, well written or sophisticated, it is going to improve your ability to communicate well and use words and syntax that is good for helping people to understand you. And words are just pretty, and I'm someone who thinks, aesthetically, beauty is good of itself. I want to get us one more agility level, and then do some net fishing to close the stream out. 2 more laps until 25 agility. Oh, lost a mark of grace. I don't know how it just despawned. Did I fail to pick it up in time? Oh, here it is. I do not know how many total levels we gained today. Not that I'm really keeping track. This is kind of casual. It has to be with my ancient Egyptian computer. But it is a game about number go up, so it is nice to see number go up. Might want to focus on some combat levels next time. We didn't do much combat this time, today. I know everyone wants to see me kill more chickens, because that's peak RuneScape. But we really do need feathers. Or we don't need them, but I want them. There we go. 25 agility. We will finish this lap. And then teleport to Lumbridge to save the 5-coin toll fee. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I really enjoy agility. Like, this is fun to me. This is my jam. Yes, teleport to bridge. I can't use that teleport. Okay, there we go. Also, we should be able to get some runes, mind runes. This is another thing. I don't know if it's technically considered bug abuse. I've already done it, so whatever. But dropping your runes so you can get more without even using them. Because you're not supposed to be able to get more runes than, like, if you already have some. She won't give them to you if you have them in your inventory. But it is another thing that Vegas could just patch if they cared. And that they haven't is kind of like, I feel, an invitation to do it. I think I am on record as saying that fishing is my favorite skill, and it probably is. But I used to be, back in the day when free-to-play meta was, and it might still be, free-to-play money-making meta is, or was U-logs. Woodcutting used to be my thing. Remember hitting, well, I don't actually remember hitting it, but it was a big thing to hit 60 woodcutting and unlock views. That was achievement. Then, of course, immediately going to use and being basically unable to cut them down because 60 woodcutting, while it unlocks views, that's not really sufficient for actually chopping them. Oh, my cozy, oh hey, Crash Star. Do I have the requisite mining level for this? No, I need a level 50 mining level. Okay, whatever. But yeah, my cozy place, my enclave, is actually the woodcutting guild now, ever since that was... I don't have one, Dr. Jekyll. You're gonna have to... Like, did I just give him the bird? No, I waved him off. But, I really enjoy the atmosphere of the woodcutting guild over on Zaya, whatever it is. And, just being there and chopping trees and hanging out and spending, 9-10 hours straight there grinding woodcutting levels. I don't think I'll ever play 9-10 hours straight of RuneScape again, but I did that for a time. 3 hours is probably, maybe 4 hours is my max, but only once or twice a week, and that's twice a week if I'm really into the game at a given time. It's, I don't want to say a waste of time, because I don't see any amount of time that you enjoy wasting as being truly wasted. But yeah, I'm getting older, and I want to be doing like other things to fulfill me as well. Like, RuneScape does fulfill me in a way, but like, do I have anything to show for it? And yeah, I have, numbers on the screen, but yeah. Not to depress anyone, really, but I feel like, hey, instead of doing anything necessarily more productive, I could be doing more than one thing, and not totally, like, sort of entering this narrow tunnel with only, like, one focus. I can be playing, like, another game as well, or reading, or studying the markets, learning something. I enjoy RuneScape, but I don't want to spend all my time on really any one thing, I guess. I really wish I could have joined in on that meteor thing. Hey, another golem. Like, these guys here, all this skill case, how many hours did that take? And not to insult them, of course. If this is their hobby, that's their hobby. But it's my hobby too. It's just I'm ADHD, actually, so I need to be stimulated, and there's this obsessive component to me, but there's also this component of me that gets kind of bored easily. Okay. Two more fishing levels. Yeah, I think we'll get to 15 fishing and then call it a day. Maybe we'll get some cooking levels as well. Fire making levels. I already got a wood cutting level with this. Oh no, we're not going to get a fire making level. Cooking level, I think so. Yes, we will get a cooking level. I think it's around level 30 cooking that you stop burning shrimp. We're already barely burning any of it. Can we... I think there's 2 more days. Game changer. Yes, 2 days. Okay. Oh. Water tastes so good. I can't tell if water is actually tasteless. I understand people have like strong opinions on this. Is it like refreshing and we identify that as taste? Or I don't know, I guess like fluoridated water definitely has a taste. Heavily fluoridated water. There's a town in British Columbia. If you're driving from Prince George to Vancouver or vice versa, you'll pass through it most likely. Most likely there are two highways, and they kind of converge into one. I don't know if I think 100 Mile is past the point at which they converge. So you're probably like definitely going to pass through it if you're driving from Prince George to Vancouver or vice versa. They have this awful. Everyone I know there like buys bottled water because the tap water there is just it's terrible. I guess it's heavy fluoridation, or maybe there's something in the reservoirs that just I don't know. It's absolutely disgusting. That water has a taste. And I know Gaia lives in Texas, and I don't know if the water there has a taste, but she doesn't trust it, probably intelligently. She buys bottled water as well. Fortunately then, if you're in a place where you have to buy bottled water, obviously lots of microplastics in that. Does water have a taste? I'm going to guess that the sort of scientific consensus is that yes, it does have a taste, but I don't know for sure. And again, obviously there's a difference between pure water and water with adulterants in it. Potable. What does potable mean, Gaia? Like you can use it on oh, you can like boil water and use it then? Is that what you mean? Fishing. We are almost there. That is one thing we should get done. Unlock herb lore. That would be a good quest. Yeah, you can cook with it, but it's not good to drink before that. That makes sense. Does it taste funky if you? I know you said you don't drink it, but I imagine you've like tasted it before. Is there an odd taste or aftertaste to it, or is it just normal water that is unhealthy for you? I mentioned, I don't know, I might have been muted again. I got some blood work done yesterday, and the phlebotomist was quite rude. Not like, she didn't say anything that was rude, it was just her kind of attitude and demeanor. Like, she didn't want to be there, or, I don't know, did I run over her dog or something? Was kind of my thought. I don't know, I obviously nobody likes to be at work and stuff, but like, you don't have to put on a smile, just like, say thank you, you too, when I tell you have a good day. Oh. Hello? I am well, thank you, how are you? Okay. Okay. Um, I am out of olive oil, but I, I think I'm just gonna boil the eggs at this point for a while, so I don't think I need it. Yeah. Thank you. See you soon. Yeah, bye-bye. My mother is at the grocery store and offered to get me some things. I just need eggs. As long as I have eggs, that is, that's it. Like, I'm good. Usually I fry them in olive oil, but I've decided I'm going to boil them for my breakfast instead for a while. I'll be going through more eggs, but less olive oil that way. Because usually I just have one fried egg, and I have bread with it to sort of fill out the meal. But if I'm not going to have bread, then I'll probably have three eggs in the morning. For me, as far as like my meals go, I have light breakfasts, but I eat a lot in the early afternoon especially. Is that the second? No, that's... Huh. 2 crust? Does it have 2 health bars? I thought they'd already depleted it. I don't really know how the crash stars work. But yeah, I have very light breakfast. I do have a lot of coffee in the morning. Like sometimes, I have a mug, it's about 16 to 20 ounces. I'm not sure, I can't calculate it exactly, but about that much. I usually have 2, sometimes 3 cups full, and I put cream and sugar in it, at least lately. I used to take it, sometimes I take it black, sometimes I go on these little sprees where I treat myself. But yeah, in the early afternoons I get really hungry and I sort of scarf down food, which, you know, hey, you need to eat, of course, but I'd like to lose weight. Not that I'm too, like, heavy right now, but a little bit pudgy, I guess. I could stand to lose 20 pounds. At the same time, I think I've been putting on, like, muscle lately, which is, I don't know, do I want muscle? I want it in some places. I'd rather have muscle than fat, of course, for the most part. Obviously, you need some fat. Okay, two more inventory, well, one more inventory then a little bit, and we will have 15 fishing. But yeah, that's the botanist. I don't know what her problem was. Like I said, you don't have to be happy to be at work, but at least be kind to me when I'm saying, hey, how are you? You know, she's just disinterested. And I know I sound like I'm absolutely fuming about something that happened 24 hours ago and wasn't even an inconvenience. It was just like, okay, someone's having a bad day. But I don't know. But I was trying to be helpful because I guess I've had a lot of blood taken over the years, and they kind of kill my veins over time. So I don't have too much left that they're able to sort of draw from. So there is one vein on my right arm that they lately have been able to draw from reliably. And I warned her, because sometimes they spend like 5 minutes poking around trying to find something and failing. I warned her when I went in there. I'm like, hey, how are you doing? And she's like, whatever. Like, you guys usually have a lot of trouble finding my veins. I pointed, this is where usually you're able to draw from. And she's like, she wasn't even looking. Then she I realized she wasn't looking, so I waited for her to be done with, she was like, I don't know, preparing the vials or whatever or something. I waited for her to be done, and I pointed again, this is where you should look. She ignored me again, and she again poked around wherever, looking on, let's do this arm, she said. I'm like, okay, whatever. Finally, after, it didn't take her 5 minutes, but she finally ended up going to exactly the point that I pointed at after, investigating both arms. And I'm like, well, gee, if you just listen to me when I'm trying to be helpful. But yeah, I'm being a Karen. I'm being a Karen. I never have to see her again. I can... Oh, we did get a fire maker level. And a cooking level. 25 cooking. Stews and salmon. Oh, salmon is level 25. I guess salmon is 30 fishing, but 25 cooking. Three more shrimp, and we will have 15 fishing. Let's actually keep those for shrimp, because we might want to do some combat when we come back next week. We're 50 viewers at once storm the Twitch stream, and thousands click like on the YouTube upload, and I'm world famous, and there we go. Okay, you can now try to net anchovies and roast and collect fresh fish from the gorilla stocks and catch sushi fish. That is good. Okay, thank you everyone for tuning in. I am sorry that I did not do smart things to prepare today, and the microphone was not properly selected and all that went on. But like I said, hopefully someone was just like token and zoned out and totally into watching someone mine copper and tin without any kind of, oh, congrats. Yeah, that's a big thing. That's a big level. Anyway, let's, will he respond? Let's, say goodbye here. Drawn out, conclusion as always. No, he's not going to. Thank you for watching. If you're interested, subscribe, like the video, whatever. I will, see you next week. Or maybe I won't see you and you'll see me. Or maybe not. But, take care. Bye.